Welcome back to Beautyistic, where we explore the products that promise to transform your beauty routine. Today, we're talking about the KIKO Milano Radiant Fusion Bake Powder in the shade 02 Sand, a pressed mineral powder that promises to give your skin a luminous finish. Now, let's break down whether this product can live up to the hype and whether it's a must-have in your makeup collection. This KIKO Milano powder boasts a baked mineral formula designed to provide a radiant glow without being too heavy on the skin. The 02 Sand shade is marketed for dry skin with a luminous finish that promises to leave you with a fresh, glowing look. But is this really the glow we're after, or is it just another overhyped product? When I first incorporated the KIKO Milano Radiant Fusion Baked Powder into my routine, I was a bit skeptical. Pressed powders and dry skin don't always mix well, right? Well, not with this one. It's incredibly soft to the touch and feels almost like silk when applied. The powder is finely milled, which helps it to blend seamlessly into the skin without emphasizing dry patches or fine lines, something I'm sure many of us can relate to when dealing with powders that cling to texture. In terms of application, it's easy to use. I simply used a fluffy brush to lightly dust it over my face, and the payoff was impressive. The powder doesn't feel heavy at all, and it imparts a soft glow that doesn't look greasy. It provides light to medium coverage, and although it's marketed as luminous, it's not the kind of shine that screams dewy. It's more of a natural, healthy radiance. On days when I wanted a little more glow, I applied a second layer, and the result was a beautifully radiant finish that made my skin look more even without feeling cakey. I also tested it on a few days where my skin was particularly dry, and I was pleased to see that the powder didn't settle into my skin's natural texture, something I often encounter with other powders. One thing I did notice, however, is that if I layered it too much, it did start to look a bit powdery on certain parts of my face, especially around the nose and chin. It's not a deal breaker, but if you're going for an all-day look, you'll want to make sure you apply it lightly and perhaps set it with a setting spray to ensure it stays fresh. Now let's talk about the value. The KIKO Milano Radiant Fusion Bake Powder is priced in the mid-range, which for a product like this feels pretty reasonable, considering the high-quality finish it provides. The ingredients are focused on giving you that mineral-rich, healthy glow, and when you compare it to other similar products on the market, it does stand out in terms of texture and wear. However, there are certainly other powders in a similar price range that provide comparable performance. If you're a fan of powder formulas but want something with a softer, more luminous finish, this might be a great addition to your makeup bag. The longevity is good for a powder. Nothing extraordinary, but certainly decent. It doesn't fade or look blotchy, and it helps your makeup stay in place throughout the day. I also appreciate that it's designed with dry skin in mind, which is a big win for anyone who has struggled with powders that exacerbate dryness. So, is this powder a standout in the world of pressed powders? Honestly, it's a solid option. If you're after a natural, radiant finish and struggle with dry skin, this is a really good pick. It delivers on its promises of luminosity without making your skin look oily, and it wears well throughout the day. If you're considering alternatives, there are definitely powders that offer a similar finish for a lower price, but they might not have the same skin-friendly formulation. It really depends on what you're looking for. If you want a luxe feel with a great finish, the KIKO Milano powder could be your go-to. Is this review helpful to you? If so, please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so other beauty lovers can find this video too. Your support helps us keep making honest reviews like this. To sum it up, if you're someone with dry skin who's looking for a luminous finish without the heaviness of traditional powders, this one is worth trying out. It might not be the miracle powder for everyone, but it certainly delivers on the glowing skin front, and I'm confident it will be a hit with those looking for a natural, radiant glow. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay beautiful inside and out.